Hi, Greg.
Guys, pleasure. I'm Greg Trzavasi, Deepest Dream. Pleasure to meet you guys.
Hey, Greg, pleasure to meet you.
So my apologies, you've been answering this question probably all day, all week, last month or so. But shooting in first person, does it affect your performances when you guys are maybe looking at each other or looking at the camera, or how does that go in layman's terms?
I guess it affects your performance in the sense that you're not able to look at your scene partner and see how they're reacting and receiving what you're saying and doing, and vice versa. You're able to rely on you have to rely on their voice, because while we were filming, we would both, physically be there. It wasn't just like playing to the camera and then, adding ADR later. Like,
He said layman's terms. Don't say ADR. Voiceover.
it was like, it would be, if Brandon if it's from my POV, Brandon's in front of the camera, I am there in full costume, right, like on the back of the camera operator. So we're able to rely on each other's voices. We did work beforehand so that we could inform each other on how scenes could possibly go, and just kind of tried and remained open and present so that we could give honest performances despite not being able to really react off of each other's, faces and stuff.
As a cinephile, I'm watching Nickel Boys. It's one of my favorites of the year, and I'm thinking, and I'm guessing that you guys as actors would bond during production and would have like sort of a life-lasting bond because of this special project. Am I overshooting, or has that been the case for both of you?
We'll see. Who knows what the stretch of our lives are? But I guess it's just this moment. So yes, we are friends in this moment, so lifelong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny if it's like in March this all ends and we're like, well, all right, see you later. Yeah. No, this is my brother.
Yeah. Brandon, you mentioned in a previous interview you're a fan of Hale County.
Yes.
So what will people get from watching that movie? And then what was your feelings when you're a fan of that, but when you saw Nickel Boys just completely finished?
Ooh. Yeah. When I saw Hale County this evening, I was so grateful. Just just his patience, and like the poetry of his images, and the way I felt after that one. I didn't remember it, in the sense of like, I don't remember how it happened from like the beginning to the end of it, but like just these images and these moments of it would float up in my head like dreams, and I was like, oh, I've never had this experience with a film before, to like, just have these beautiful images keep floating up and not necessarily attached to anything narrative or anything analytical, but just, so that was my experience with Hale County this evening. And then when I saw Nickel Boys for the first time, it's interesting because obviously we were there when they filmed it. So I know like there's so much of a lot of these moments. And I remember having this feeling of there'd be this beautiful image. There's so many beautiful images in Nickel Boys, and like the way they shot it is just so beautiful. And I'd have this feeling of wanting to live in these images for longer. And then it would go to a different image. And then I would want to live in that image. And then it would go to a different image. And then like I started to recognize in hindsight, after I'd seen it and spoken to Ramel and Fred and Ethan about it, that it kind of created this feeling of like this kind of fleeting sensation, which I guess kind of felt like also a sadness, because like you really want to kind of live and breathe in this moment, but then every moment just keeps fleeting. Which then, as I looked at that, I was like, oh, that's beautiful too. I hadn't felt that really in a film. I think I answered your question in there.
You definitely did. Thank you guys so much for your time. Really love Nickel Boys, and I hope you guys are best of friends post-March.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You guys take care. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel, like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.